Hello and welcome to a windy morning on day 4. We're here at Aloha State Park in Michigan, and we had a long day yesterday. Started out in Alpena, and we quickly found our way onto the trail and found that the surface was crushed limestone and pea gravel.
It wasn't pea gravel.
It was pea
gravel is
gravel.
round.
It was very gravelly.
Gravel, yes.
Gravelly. Pea gravelly.
It was not pea gravel.
So there was some trouble with the back ends of our bikes sliding out, and
At least it was uphill.
But at least it was uphill for the majority of the morning, and
at least the wind was against us.
Into the afternoon, and the sun was blazing hot.
And at least there were giant steaming piles of horse poo every once in a while.
Yeah, so that was good. We then traveled onwards to Posen, where we had intended to have lunch, but upon inspection, the town has no restaurants to speak of, so you might not want to stop by if you're hungry. The two gentlemen at the mini mart turned us on to a fantastic little place to eat called the Flying Duck, where they said they made a mean pizza, I believe was what they said. The gentleman who ran the establishment had just warmed up the pizza oven, and then the two ladies, or the party of 5 ladies beside us, had ordered 2 pizzas, and apparently the pizza oven only holds 1 pizza at a time. So he had to cook their 2 pizzas before he could cook our pizza, which means we were in there for a solid, it was an hour and a half, right?
I think it was almost 2 hours.
I think it was almost 2 hours
before we were done. Yeah.
Before we were done. It was the longest lunch break I think I've ever taken in my life. He turned us on to the Mertz Stop, which was down the road, where we have a very nice pavilion and a dedication to the tragic wildfire in Mertz in 1890.
Talk about the rescue train.
Something.
Rescue train.
Oh, the rescue train. I don't want to talk about the rescue train. It was so sad.
You're sad.
Oh, it was the rescue train. Upon hearing of the Mertz fire, the rescue train was sent out from further up the line in Sheboygan. They started loading the train with people to escape, but due to some poor decision making, some of the people were holding the train up to load it up with their liquor and their furniture. And sadly, the people were hiding in the train because they thought it was safer than the wood structures because it was steel. And to make a long story short, when they came back to open the train car after the fire had passed, all they could find was powder of the bones. So very sad. But a beautiful memorial is erected to these people in Mertz. It is a fantastic pavilion with a playground. There was water, and there were bike tools and an air pump. We then traveled on to Hawks, where they had a very nice pavilion as well. Not as nice as the one in Mertz, but a very nice pavilion in Hawks. And on to Millersburg, where they have a nice pavilion as well. And they talk about how their train station burned down too.
They have a fantastic pavilion.
The pavilion in Millersburg was outstanding. All this took forever because it was uphill and hot, and the terrain was weak, and but finally, upon reaching, how do you say that name of that town? Onaway. Once we got to Onaway, things picked up finally, because we were about halfway there. We were almost here, but then Onaway. Okay, so I think we had another 20 miles to go at Onaway, and the trail conditions improved. It was downhill. The wind stopped blowing in our face quite so much, and we made good time. Still only arriving here at about 9:15 last night. So That was it was a late night for us.
I'm really too tired right now to talk.
Saw many deer along the way. There were a lot of deer, but that was really the only wildlife to speak of other than a partridge that we saw.
Oh, we saw a blue heron.
A blue heron, yes. So, a lot of birds, of course. Yeah.
Rabbits.
A couple rabbits. But mostly deer. A lot of deer.
There were a lot of deer.
Deer. By mass, it probably was deer.
Doe and fawns, mostly.
Yeah. So we're heading out to Sheboygan this morning to work on a. Oh, how did I forget the great fender debacle? That was another reason we were delayed. Was Troy had a problem with his brake / fender. We couldn't figure it out, and then it turned out to be that he had sheared off his bike rack mount screw in the frame. So we're off this morning to Sheboygan to find someone who can drill that out for us and hopefully repair his rack. Then we're going to go to Mackinac City and we'll see what the future holds for us then. Maybe we'll let you know when we after it's all occurred. Thank you, and we'll see you on the trail.
After a great day of adventuring, we checked into the campground. Soon thereafter, we experienced a torrential downpour. It did put a little damper on our plans, but we still managed to find a break in the clouds and head back into Mackinac City for dinner before heading back to the tent for a very, very wet night.